Dun 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 dun. Hey everyone, welcome to the ranking. Here's my ranking of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Yes, there are 4 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and I'm a big fan of the franchise. Not all movies work, but some of them are really great movies. And I thought I'd rank the Pirates of the Caribbean movies from my least favorite to my favorite. Alright, let's get started. Here's my ranking of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Coming number 4 is Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. This is the only Pirates of the Caribbean movie that isn't directed by Gore Verbinski. It's directed by Rob Marshall, who did movies like Chicago and Nine, the musicals and stuff. He's a decent director, but he's not a decent director to do a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This movie is absolutely awful. It is so terrible. It takes everything that you love about Pirates of the Caribbean and just makes it so derivative and dull and boring. I hated this movie so freaking much. Ian McShane is in this movie as the villain Blackbeard. He is such a generic and forgettable villain. Penelope Cruz is also in this movie, and you can tell she was pregnant because every shot of her in this movie is like above the chest, not to show her stomach. And I get why they did that, but it was really noticeable, and she was so annoying in this movie. And Captain Barbossa, I love Geoffrey Rush as Captain Barbossa. But he's usually either the villain or the anti-hero, and I don't know what the hell he was in this movie. He was like a troop, a soldier and stuff. He wasn't really even a pirate in this movie, not until the ending, and it was really dumb seeing him in this role. And again, Johnny Depp is having fun with the role as Jack Sparrow. He's really good at the role. It's a very iconic role now, and I know they're making a 5th one. Oh, I hate that they're making a 5th one. This one just proves to them that they should have just stopped at the 3rd Pirates of the Caribbean movie, because this is just a forgettable, generic action-adventure movie. I know it did a killing at the box office. I get that, but it's not a good movie. It's not good. Coming number 3 is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Yes, yes, you can probably tell there's a pattern going on here. I don't hate At World's End. I don't hate it. I do think it's a little overly long and a bit bloated at times, and there's some scenes that just didn't need to be in the movie. I thought Chow Yun-fat was a pretty pointless character. Other than him giving his ship to Keira Knightley, he was kind of pointless in the movie, and I didn't really care for him in the movie. And yeah, there are some really silly, goofy scenes in this movie. And I love some of the comedy in Pirates of the Caribbean, but some of the comedy was just a complete fail. And this movie tried to be really dark, and it just was just downright weird and unpleasant. That opening scene when they all get hanged, I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Is this Pirates of the Caribbean? I thought I put on the wrong movie when I first saw this. I'm like, this is the wrong movie, but I did enjoy aspects of the movie. Again, Johnny Depp is having a lot of fun with this role, and the reason why the comedy worked in the other films, not the 4th one, is because we had Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann, Keira Knightley, and Orlando Bloom. They were there for the dramatic moments, and when we have the dramatic moments with them, we do the comedic moments with Jack Sparrow. See, in the 4th movie, he had to do both the drama and the comedy, and it just didn't work. See, with these movies, you got Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann doing the romantic, dramatic scenes, so then we go to the comedic scenes with Jack Sparrow, so it just works better, it flows better. And yeah, this is the movie when it ends it all. They kill Davy Jones. Bill Nighy's awesome as Davy Jones. He's so good. And yeah, it ends pretty weird. You know, Will Turner ends up stabbing the heart while Jack grabs Will's hand, and Will Turner becomes the captain of the Flying Dutchman and stuff. It's a weird ending. I didn't really like that ending. I'm not like a sappy guy, like, oh, he should have just ended up with Elizabeth or something. I'm like, no, why don't you just kill the character or something? You made him the captain of the Flying Dutchman. I don't know if I like that. And honestly, can't he just make Elizabeth one of the crew members? Why doesn't she just, like, give her soul to the Flying Dutchman so they can be together on the Flying Dutchman? Why do they never have to see each other for 10 years? That's so stupid. Just go with him on the Flying Dutchman. If you love Will that much, you will give your soul to him and just live your life on the Flying Dutchman. Have a kid on the Flying Dutchman. Just travel the world as a family. His dad's with them. Why don't you be with them? You greedy bitch. You love your land too much and stuff. And it's only Will that can't go on land. She can still go on land. Just be a part of the Flying Dutchman. That always confused me. Why is she on land? Go on the Flying Dutchman with Will. Sorry, I'm ranting, but yeah, that just confused me. But all in all, At World's End is a fine movie. It's a little overlong, and some moments just don't work, but it's still a pretty fun movie, an enjoyable movie. It's not that bad. Coming number 2 is Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. I actually really like this movie. It's like a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's very, like, mixed. But I like it. I'm on the good side. I like this movie. I like it. I saw this movie twice in theaters when it came out, and I had a lot of fun with it. There's some scenes that are so silly, but I really like it. All the scenes with the jar of dirt, very funny, very funny. And the scene when, like, when Jack gets kidnapped by, what are they, the Pelagostus, that's really funny, too, and they have to swing the cages to get out. Very funny. There's some really funny lines in this movie, and I do enjoy the new villain. Was it named Cutler Beckett? He was pretty good in the movie. Was it named Tom Hollander? He does a good job, and just, this movie introduces us to other cool characters like Tia Dalma, played by Naomi Harris, Davy Jones, played by Bill Nighy, and all this weird fish monster men. They were really cool. It also brought in Bootstrap Bill Turner. Will seeing his dad again was a really cool scene, and I loved sort of the mythology of this movie about Davy Jones and the chest and stuff. It was really, really cool and stuff, and I didn't like the weird love triangle, you know, with Elizabeth, Will, and Jack. That was really stupid. That was dumb. That was really dumb and stuff. And her tying Jack up and, you know, getting eaten, that was, again, I didn't like that either. But I had to lead to the third movie, so I guess it needed to happen. But, again, I don't like how they did it and stuff. And it kind of seemed like Elizabeth liked Jack in that way, and she didn't. I don't know. That was just dumb. A forced love triangle. Really stupid. But other than that, I did like the action-adventure part. I love that Rick, Eddie, and Pinto are in this movie. They're sort of like the heroes in this movie. That was really cool. And again, I love the action, adventure, the classic score. The characters are all back, and they're just doing the cool swashbuckling sword fights and stuff. And it's just a lot of fun. I like Dead Man's Chest. It's a good movie. And my number 1 favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie is Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Of course, this was in my top 10 favorite live-action Disney movies, because I love this movie. This movie is so freaking fun. I love it. Johnny Depp was nominated for an Oscar for his role as Captain Jack Sparrow in this movie. He deserved it. He was so good in this movie. He was so comedic, and it was so great. What do I say to 3 shillings if I forget the name? And then they made me their chief. I love Captain Jack Sparrow in this movie. Johnny Depp is so good. Orlando Bloom is great. Keira Knightley. I love Jeffrey Rush as the villain, Captain Barbossa. And the operas, what are those two? Ooh. And then the Curse of the Aztec Gold. I love that story about the treasure of Cortez. It's such an interesting story about the cursed man. When you take a piece of treasure, you become cursed and stuff. And how Jack Sparrow uses that as his advantage to beat Barbossa at the end. It's just so clever and so awesome. I love this movie. It's so great. The comedy's great. The action's great. I love these characters, and I love how Gore Verbinski directed the movie. It's just a very fun action-adventure movie. It's one of my favorite live-action Disney movies, and it's my number 1 favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So yeah, that was my ranking of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies from a list of my favorites. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Give me your rankings from your least favorite to your favorite. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.